Seahawks Today here with you for the second time on this Monday as we have an injury update to get to on George Fant. We'll tell you the latest from Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald and react to it coming up in just a matter of moments. Also, Desmond King has been named as the Seahawks' newest top free agent target. We'll explore that possibility and whether or not it makes sense for the Seahawks to bring him in. We'll discuss that coming up in just a little while from right now. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Folks, it has been 24 hours since the Seahawks defeated the Denver Broncos, and it feels good to be 1-0. If you enjoyed that win, like the video. I want no less than 500 likes on today's show. We're in first place, ladies and gentlemen. You saw what happened to the Rams last night. They lost. The Cardinals lost, and the Niners are going to lose tonight to the Jets. Like the video, show some love for your Seattle Seahawks, and we'll get going here on Seahawks Today. Let's begin with an injury update on George Fant, the Seahawks offensive tackle, starting in place of Abraham Lucas, who's currently on the PUP list. He was knocked out in the first quarter with a knee injury, ultimately did not return. Let's catch up to speed on everything we need to know right now. The injury occurred in that first quarter, didn't return. Then Stone Forsythe came in and replaced Fant, playing in a total of 54 snaps, and he struggled to say the least. Now the Seahawks are expected to activate Mike Jarrell, the rookie who they selected in the 6th round of the draft for the time being while George Fant is out. And Mike Macdonald gave this update on Stone Forsythe and how he looked filling in. He said the following: Stone, he did a solid job. We ended up winning the football game. Well, that's about as nice as he could have put it for Stone Forsythe's effort in filling in for the spot. Here's a tough pill to swallow right now if you're the Seattle Seahawks when it comes to this offensive line. Yes, you did get the win, Mike. That is true. But Lucas Tomlinson, at the moment, he's bad. Anthony Bradford, at the moment, he's bad. Stone Forsythe, also bad. You just have to accept that reality and kind of play through it of the hand that you're dealt, this situation you have put yourself in. But it's not all bad, as Charles Cross had quite the performance yesterday at the left tackle position, had career highs in overall grades by Pro Football Focus of a 94.8, a run block grade of a 96.1. That was the highest overall grade of any offensive tackle in the National Football League through week 1. Now, going forward, with the question marks at literally every spot in the offensive line other than left tackle and center, with Connor Williams at the center spot. He looked solid yesterday. Charles Cross is going to have to be the anchor of this offensive line. He is going to have to carry this unit. And if you recall, if we took a ride on the hot tub time machine back to training camp, Albert Breer of Monday Morning Quarterback was saying that Charles Cross looked like an all-pro caliber offensive tackle in the offseason, and he played like it in week 1. Now we're going to need to see that continue because you have so many question marks elsewhere. Charles Cross, the former top 10 pick, it's going to be up to him to kind of carry this thing through. So you got the good, but you got the bad when it comes to that offensive line through week 1 to this point. Do you believe in the Seahawks offensive line? Are they good enough to get the job done right now? What do you guys think? Type B for believe, D for don't. Weigh in. Tell us what you think on our pinned comment today. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the place to go for the best seats, the lowest prices guaranteed. Whether you're looking for tickets to sporting events, concerts, theater productions, comedy shows, and more, Game Time has got you covered. And with Game Time, folks, get this. You choose the event you want to go to. Let's say you want to go to a Seahawks game. Maybe it's a Mariners game, or you're looking at going to a Seattle Storm game, whatever it may be. They got the games listed, prices as well. You then choose your seat. See if you like that seat or not. Get the visual with what they call seat views. And then you're checking out with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it, Game Time? The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Could there be a new king in Seattle? Bleacher Report is suggesting that after week 1, the Seahawks go sign free agent corner Desmond King right now. Listen to this from Matt Holder of Bleacher Report. The Seahawks are a little thin at cornerback and could use another player who can cover the slot in case Devin Witherspoon goes down. That's what makes King a good fit, as he's built a 7-year career as a nickelback and is coming off of a season where he earned a 76.3 coverage grade from Pro Football Focus. Now, I'll say this. It can't hurt to sign Desmond King. You look at where he's at with still being available in free agency at this juncture. He's not going to cost a lot for whatever team he signs with and could provide some potential depth for this Seahawks team. It's not a bad idea. Plenty of experience, previously playing with the Texans, the Steelers, Titans, and Chargers. He was a first-team All-Pro as a DB in 2018 and also was a second-team All-Pro as a punt returner in 2018. So he's got some versatility there, and we saw yesterday D. Williams, you remember that return he had that hit his helmet, muffed it, and gave it to the Broncos in great field position? That wasn't too great. And a lot of y'all were saying that you want the Seahawks to already move on and cut D. Williams. This could be another option potentially for Seattle here with a guy like Desmond King. The numbers from Desmond King, as you can see, last season, 47 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 2 pass breakups, had 2 interceptions in 2022, had 3 interceptions in 2021. We mentioned how good the stats were, according to Pro Football Focus, of his grades. But if you look a little further at his coverage stats, not too shabby, not great, with a 92.3 completion percentage allowed. Gave up 162 yards, so that's better. Had 2 pass breakups, did not have a single interception. So, what do you think, Desmond King? Is he the answer the Seahawks are looking for at the corner position? 2 options here. Type S for sign, P for pass. Let us know what you think. Folks, we are growing so rapidly here on Seahawks Today as we are getting so close to 56,000 subscribers on the channel, just over 200 away from reaching that next milestone. For daily Seahawks news and rumors, 2 videos today, folks. Who else is bringing you 2 videos? No one else like Seahawks Today. We're also doing our live shows. We'll be back on Wednesday afternoon. Watch parties for every game this season, breaking news, Q&A, mailbags, and more. It's all in one place. Subscribe now, youtube.com/Seahawks TV for the latest happenings on your favorite team. We got you covered. Now, breaking this down a little further, when we look at the corner room specifically for the Seahawks, I think this team we saw yesterday has bigger issues than the lack of depth at the corner spot right now. Not saying it's not an issue, but the unit was actually a strength for this Seahawks team on Sunday. Now, we'll see how it holds up down the line, but you look at the numbers according to PFF yesterday, Witherspoon was awesome with an 85.3 grade, an 80.1 coverage grade. Rick Woolen was awesome, 83.8 defensive grade, 82.5 coverage grade, also had an interception. And PFF hasn't been too kind to Rick Woolen over the years either. Trey Brown with a 64.3 grade, 63.9 coverage grade, so not great there. But taking it even a step further, you look at the next-gen stats of the chart from Bo Nix. And granted, I'm not a Bo Nix fan. I'm glad that he's not the Seahawks quarterback. I've already said that before. I won't say that any further. But the Seahawks did a really good job of just shutting down Bo Nix with the 2 interceptions they had, the completions, 26 of 42, only gave up 138 passing yards. And here's the thing. When it comes to this secondary of what they did as a collective unit, they did not allow a single completion of more than 25 yards from Bo Nix yesterday. So it's a small sample size. It's one game against a rookie quarterback. But even with that said, the secondary did its job yesterday. So when you look at the things the Seahawks could potentially address, like the offensive line, the corner room right now is not high on my priority list at the moment. Now, the real test is going to be when we get to week 3, when the Seahawks take on the Miami Dolphins. Week 2 against New England, there's not a whole lot of weapons that they have to really worry about this upcoming week. But that doesn't mean they should be taken lightly. Just ask the Cincinnati Bengals about that. But you look at when you face Miami, going against Tyreek Hill, arguably the best receiver in football. Jalen Waddle, one of the better receivers. Also, Tua, of course, one of the upper echelon quarterbacks in this league, top 15 guy. Then we're going to start to really figure out, okay, is this secondary, is this corner room up to snuff? Then potentially we could reevaluate. All right, do you need a Desmond King? Do you need to make a move? I think at least for now, if you're going to make a move, you got some other things to deal with first before you talk about the corner room. What's your confidence level in the Seahawks cornerbacks right now? What do you think of this group? If you had to scale it for me 1 through 10, I would go with about an 8 out of 10. And personally, I love Reek and Devin, so that helps my confidence with those guys. What do you think? Weigh in, let us know. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today. If you enjoyed that Seahawks win, like the video. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. We will see you next time right here on Seahawks Today.